is up, my YouTube friends?
Okay. Be my channel. I don't know what all y'all can see yet. So let me get this thing squared away. Let's see here. Turn some sounds down. Oh, no. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm in my OBS studio, my recording platform, and I think I'm recording. I'm not real sure, but we're going to get going anyway. Alright, folks. Hello. We're taking a brief look tonight at Makulu Linux. I already downloaded it. Let me set my screen up differently here. I don't know the system. What I have done is I've installed Makulu Linux on my system, and the only thing I've done, I had to add Brave browser because the Chromium browser that they chose, it would not load no matter what I tried. So I installed Brave browser, and I also installed this OBS Studio, what I'm able to record this stuff with. So I'm setting my screen up now. I'm trying to figure out how to. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let me change my screen here to HDMI. Bam. Okay. I think that should, I don't know if I can still, I don't know if I can be seen. Hey, Byron, do me a big favor. Hold on. Get on Facebook and see if you can see my picture on my live stream thing. You can see what picture do you, what do you see? What's the picture of? What's the background? What is the picture? An astronaut? Do you see me anywhere? Okay. I'm just making sure. Not that I'm good looking or anything, and I don't and anything. But anyway, all right. Let's get to work. So this is the basic thing. All I did was I installed OBS Studio, which is right here. Let's go to the thing here. We'll see where it landed in the thing here. OBS right here. And then I put Brave on, Brave browser. Somewhere. It should be here. Okay. Alright. Apparently, I am not a fan of the GNOME desktop environment, and that's pretty much what this is. It's a customized version, it appears, that they've done. They've done some customizations. It's usually when you, usually this button here, whatever's in this top left, it says show applications. You hit that, and it will show all your applications. And I'm not finding Brave in here anywhere. Unless this, my eyesight's so daggone bad that anyway, but what I did was, here, let me do this, see what happens. Okay, it's back. What I did is I right-clicked it, and I put pin the dash. Okay, it moves it from there up to the dash. All right, big deal. All right. I think it's, anyway, I'm just not a fan of GNOME, so this might be a little bit of a biased first brief look. But my main thing is it loaded stupid fast. I just got a wild hair up my butt. I passed my inspection. I was in a better mood. So I was like, you know what? I had 15 minutes before I left my house. So I popped the flash drive in there, loaded this up, and it was loaded within 15 minutes. This is the screen I was met with. This is the screen. Well, I mean, I was met with something else. It's some kind of a welcome screen. I'm still trying to figure out where to get that back up. But I'm afraid that once I got rid of it, that it done away with their little welcome screen. See, Chromium, it just doesn't open. Let me hit it. See, nothing happens. Let's see, programming. Makulu, it's Makulu something or other. Welcome or update manager or something. Some kind of update manager. Credorama. Credorama. Yeah, it's gone. Maybe it'll shut back up if I reboot, but if I reboot, then I'll lose the screen. So anyway, this is the screen, pretty much, without the welcome thing. And there's things on there that some kind of a manager or something that pops up, and it suggests some things to do and whatnot. So it's kind of wanting you to see that, but for some reason I exited. I tried to save all that instead of, I tried to minimize it, and I guess I just got rid of it instead because I just wanted you to see. But anyway, the reason why this system, Linux system, that caught my eye was it has something called artificial intelligence in it. It's got an AI, and I'm not a fan of AI. I knew at a very young age that computers were going to take over jobs, so I'm not a fan of losing my job to some daggone computer. But I figured, maybe if I knew about AI, since I do develop operating systems for Linux and things, maybe I could dabble around with the AI and make things easier for people that doesn't take their job away from them, but makes their day easier. Like, for instance, a bus driver. I've already got. I was at Madison for. Well, I was there for almost 6 years, off and on. I went trucking 3 times. I wished I hadn't gone trucking the third time, but I did. Anyway, I had a basic. In Microsoft, it would be called Excel. All my stuff, and I actually have that for Southwestern, and I still have all the stuff I had at Madison. Still, I still have, just because I keep it around for reasons. But we won't get into those details. That's not what this message, this video is supposed to be about. But anyway, with the AI, it could save time, because I hand coded. I did a lot of hand coding, like any websites that I've done. I did the HTML. I typed out the HTML, the CSS coding, and everything. I've done Java. I've done C++ scripting. I mean, I'm extremely good at computer. I am probably knowledgeable enough in computer systems and stuff to have a pretty good computer job, but I sit behind the wheel of a bus, and I'm good with that. I am good with when people come into a room and, hey, I got a computer problem, I'm okay. That's one thing I was never, going from being the boss most of your adult life to not being a boss was a heck of a transition for me. But the fact that I know about computers, it doesn't bother me, because I've never really been. I mean, me and Jeff, we had our Master Computer Depot at one point, but I was never in a position that. So what I'm trying to say basically is, it does not bother me someone else is asked to fix the networking, their computer's broke, their screen's broke. It doesn't bother me at all. I kind of get like to laugh inside about some of the things that are tried, and the things that I see on terminals at places, and like plastered with Intel products. No way, no Dells, Intels. I don't do those. Some people have success. I've never personally had any. Actually, when we did the computer work, most of my work was done on Intels, and I tried everything. When we had the website going, I just made the AMD. I just made that look better. I wanted it to appeal better. So, not that I didn't mind the work. I mean, but we would offer trade-ins. Before we even looked, we would offer hey, we'll give you, we'll do this, and this is what you can get, type of a deal. But anyway, I figured I'd take a look at the AI and see what it does. The developers of this system, which ain't part of me, boasted or they kind of really made a deal out of not only the virtual cam, but the AI. They said it was one of its kind. So as far as operating system goes, and I know that Microsoft has AI, but if this does what it's supposed to do, they probably got Microsoft beat. I'm telling you straight up, Microsoft Windows, there's nothing good about it once you've been in Linux, because the freedoms, even if it was worse, okay, I am a man, I'm a very patriotic man, and I don't get a little choked up on flags so much, but yellow ribbons, American flags, and stuff like that, like people just lose their grill on. But I just thought, this AI might be something that would make a job easier, and you could, I mean, instead of me hand coding things and it drags on, and it takes, a day or so. I mean, I'm taking worst case scenario a couple days to code pages. I could just say, according to this guy that boasted about this system, I could say, hey, what would the code be to do this? Question mark, enter, and it spits something out. That's pretty cool. So, of course, me being the guy that wants to save a little bit of time and knowing that that's not going to take a coder's job away, and it would help a coder out, they could do twice as much work. That's another issue I have. A side trail, rabbit trail. When you're a manager of a place, food service is my expertise, really. Train your people to do your job. If you are the boss, train people to do your job. It just makes your job 10 times easier. That way, it's easier. You feel more comfort when you get home. You're going to get less phone calls when you're off. Just train them. So I'm going to use this AI as a crutch if it works. And if it doesn't work, I install a Linux system on here that I'm not going to use because I have no intention. I mean, I designed my own operating system. It's called Only Linux Arch. So Cinnamon. It's Only Linux, and it's built off of an Arch backing. And the desktop environment is Cinnamon, not this GNOME that you see in front of you, which don't look too bad. But when you transition from Windows to Linux, GNOME's I wouldn't recommend it. It's not. I think I would learn faster with a Cinnamon desktop environment. But anyway, let's take a look real quick at this interface. The Electra is the name of it. Let me click on this and see what happens. Okay. Let me move myself over here. Alright, it says, welcome to Electra, designed for Makulu Linux. You can ask anything. Replies take around 7 to 15 seconds. This interface is specifically designed for Makulu Linux AI widget interface. It has nice bubble chat and animations. So, let's ask it. Let's see how. Let's test its intelligence. Who was the worst? Who is the worst U.S. president in its history? It's thinking. 5 seconds. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Andrew Johnson was impeached by the House for violating the tenure office, blah, 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 blah. He was acquitted by the Senate. James Buchanan, for doing enough to prevent the Civil, for not doing enough to prevent the Civil War. Well, that's pretty bad. Warren Harding, this considered to be the one of the worst presidents in history because of his corruption and scandals. Huh, that sounds like Joe Biden. I wonder why his name didn't show up. But anyway, um, Herbert Hoover, often blamed for the Great Depression. That's a problem. The Great Depression was a problem. So they're basing. Okay, it looks like they're basing this on. Well, it can't be the economy because Trump would not be on it. They're basing this on, I guess, opinion. It says, all right. Well, they do round it up and say Trump was impeached by the House, right? And he was never taken out of office. Pressure. See, and this is a joke because he never pressured Ukraine. That's just so crazy. Yeah, that's just yeah. This is not smart. Ultimately, it is up to each individual to decide who they believe is the worst president in history, and I have to agree with that. And I can just agree to disagree with people who think that my favorite president, the person who I think was absolutely best president in history is Donald Trump. They don't have to agree with me, but the economy and everything pretty much proved it. So, but anyway, let's ask it based on the economy and safety only, who has been the best president? That's taking longer because I give it a curveball. That's taking longer, and it was the sentence is shorter. Hey, that's a good choice. Look at that. That was one of my one person that I've talked to people, and he was good. He was actually the longest sitting president in history too. I agree. That's maybe it is smarter. Maybe it's smarter than I give it credit for because my biased opinion possible about Trump. But the thing is, Nixon, he never should have resigned. Now I don't know how good of a I mean, I wasn't old enough to possibly know. I mean, I just learned about him in history, But knowing the things that I know now, all the crap that people get by with now, he should have just stayed in office. They never would have gotten rid of him. But anyway, this is pretty cool. Um, let's ask it. I wish somebody would get on here and say what you would want me to ask this thing. What is the number one cause of number one cause of death in the USA? Heart disease, I bet. Yeah, I was right. It says the number one cause of death in the United States is heart disease, which accounts for 1 in 4 deaths. Heart disease is a group of conditions that affect the heart blood vessels that can cause chest pain, heart attack, stroke, and other leading causes of death in the United States include cancer, chronic lower accidents, stroke, Alzheimer's, diabetes. It doesn't say COVID. Maybe this is smart. Maybe this is smart. Yeah. So, what is the number one cause of someone developing heart disease? The number one cause of heart disease in the United States is coronary artery disease. I don't understand. How do you get coronary artery disease? I don't understand this. Other risk factors of heart disease include, I didn't say the risk. What's the leading cause? What did I ask it? What is the number one cause of someone developing? What is the number one cause of heart disease? Says the number one cause of heart disease is coronary artery. Okay, which is caused by a buildup of plaque in the artery, or plaque in the arteries that supply blood to the heart. It still don't say. It says other factors. It's giving me pretty much the same answer, just in a different way. Other risk factors for heart disease include high blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking, obesity, and diabetes. So I'm in risk of heart disease because of obesity. And if I was a smoker, it would be worse. No, well, hold on. Yeah, because smoking's ahead of obesity. So being obese, if I smoked and I ate pepperonis all day long and I had high blood pressure, I'd be in some deep crap right now. But since I'm just this, I'm still in deep crap. Okay. If any of these fit you, you are in deep crap. I am in deep crap. So I am on a diet. I've completed a full day of diet, except for I did make one splurge today, and that was it. It wasn't food. It was a drink that I drank that I quit drinking, but I did drink one of those since I haul kids and I did not want to fall asleep at the wheel, and that is 100% the only reason why I did it. But so this is pretty smart. I guess you gotta, let's try the other thing out. Okay, I want to ask it something else. I am a bus driver. I have to have it. This is going to jog some memories. I hope I don't butt hurt anybody with this. I don't mean. I want to know if this remembers and this knows this. Who was or who is considered the worst bus driver in Indiana history. Any takers of who I'm talking about? Who killed? Who was the? Who? Okay, who is Larry Mahoney? It's not smart. Who is Elvis Presley alive? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Where does Pete Rose belong? That's a smart answer. I agree. I agree. He did bet on baseball, but who hasn't bet on sports? And when you bet on something, I guess he knew it was against the law, or it was against the rules, and he did it. But many, many people bet on baseball. I can't think of a sport that doesn't. They don't place bets on. Our mistakes. The thing that the and here's the only reason. Yes, he's kind of a d bag for doing what he did, knowing it was illegal. I mean, just like anybody else who breaks a rule or a law. I mean, he's no different than them, and I'm sure some of these people who don't think he should ever be forgiven have broke some kind of a rule or law at some point. So based on that reason and the fact that when we make mistakes, it doesn't take away our talent, and it's not Pete. Well, it's partially Pete Rose. It's not Pete Rose that should be in the Hall of Fame as much as Pete Rose's talent, and his talent is because he pursued talent. He improved. He did things to make himself a better player. He had good coaches, inspirations. So he still has the talent. He could probably play better than half the people in there now. I wouldn't be surprised. But the Reds actually need him back. Just so you know, the Reds need him back. Um, But anyway, he certainly belongs in the Hall of Fame. But I will have to agree with the AI on that. If you don't agree, leave me comments below about what your thoughts are on the Pete Rose thing. But let's see. Let's ask it. What is a CDL driver required to do by law every day they drive? Check their vehicle for any defects that could affect its safety. True. Make sure they have all required documentation such as their CDL, logbook, and proof of insurance. True, except for bus drivers and some semis do not have to carry a logbook because they stay within a 100-mile radius of a terminal. They do not have to do logs. Get a good night's sleep before driving. It's a good deal. Eat a healthy breakfast. Avoid caffeine and alcohol before driving. No alcohol. Don't avoid caffeine because you're not going to be able to make it through your route without your caffeine because you may give some kids a few light slams every now and then. It's probably not a good idea when you got cameras all over the place. Drive a safe speed. Avoid aggressive driving. Yep. Obey all traffic laws. Be aware of their surroundings and other drivers. Be prepared for emergencies. It's a pretty good answer. And the first one pretty much sums it up. Check their vehicle for any defects that could affect its safety. So what that means is you have no choice to do your pre-trip. But how many people do? I do. Sometimes I do 2 and 3 pre-trips a day. Sometimes if I get up late, I'm in a crap. I do a afternoon and I don't always do my post trips because if you do your pre-trips, then you're good. You know, you should do pre-trips on every trip too. Unless they're really close back to back, you know, you wouldn't need to do that. But many times I've done multiples. Yep. I could tell you how much oil is in my bus. I could tell you how much antifreeze is in my bus. I can tell you how much windshield wiper fluid is in my bus. I can tell you if my fluid for my clutch or my the brakes. I can tell you that there's another reservoir with all that stuff. I can tell you if my power steering is going out. I could tell you if I have a wheel cylinder going out because of the grease that pops out of your wheel cylinders inside your wells underneath your hood. I could tell you if I got a flat and my tandems, my inner tires are flat. I could tell you if my lights are on. I could tell you all that stuff. 100%. But I'll tell you one thing I did not get catch today was I passed my inspection, and this wouldn't have caused me to not pass my inspection, but I had a cracked tail light. One of my lights was cracked, and it was replaced. But I'm still trying to figure out how it got cracked because at no point in a backing procedure, like if I was to back into the fence at Southwestern, it wouldn't. I don't see how I could have done that because I just don't. The speed and I just don't see. Anyway, it was cracked. Somehow it got cracked. So anyway, But yeah, that's not what it all is. This is about Makulu Linux. And then that doesn't look too bad. I was really wanting to check the AI out today, and really not much anything else. If you got any questions, or get on YouTube. I don't have Facebook in front of me. I'm just watching my YouTube, this thing right here, for chats, and nobody said anything. So if you want me to ask this thing something, I'm trying to think of what is the best school in Jefferson in Jefferson County, Indiana. Wonder what that says. Oh, I ask it on YouTube. What is the best school in Jefferson County, Indiana? That's funny. I asked that on YouTube. That's hilarious. Did you look at this? This doesn't make any sense. It says, according to niche.com, the best school in Jefferson County, and New Albany is New Albany in Jefferson County? It's not even in Jefferson County, is it? It's New Albany High School. It has an overall A plus rating and marked number 1 in Jefferson County and number 28 in Indiana. Well, that's cool. I was hoping it would give me either Southwestern or Madison, but it didn't even list that as in Jefferson County. Oh, I don't know. Trying to think of something else I'd want to ask it. Who is Tracy I'm a nobody. Let's see. Who created the heavens Earth. Earth. Who created the Earth? Wonder if it's going to realize that I meant Earth. Okay, let's see. Who has the best pizza in Madison, Indiana. This is not right. It's not smart. There is no grist pizza. There's no local pizzola. There's Milo's pizza. There's no Joey's pizza, and there's no Pizza King for quite some time. It's not true. It's okay. But let's try the terminal. So how do you get fat? Interesting. What is the fastest way to lose fat? All right. What is Makulu Linux? Hmm. What is the best Linux distribution? That's a good answer. Um, what is the best food for losing weight? what? How long can a human fast without food? That's pretty smart. Pretty smart. So, let's see. Everything comes out of the box. I wanted to look at this. All right. This is a program that I always install on my systems, and it works. Oh, hot dog. That seems kind of a high temperature. Oh, I don't have anything set up either. So let's load from. I always have set up on a thing here. Save. I set it up on a curb, and I don't have fan control. I use two different programs in conjunction with each other, and the other one's just not installed right now. But now I want to take a look at real quick, and then I'm going to be done with this look at. I have AMD. I want to see what happens when I click this on bare metal. On a virtual machine, it did not do much. It just loaded, and that's it. Okay, it loaded this, and it didn't do that before. I don't know what it's doing now. Is it doing anything? So I'm going to do Control Alt T, and this should bring up a terminal. I don't know why it don't. Super key. No. Let me just hit this. Let's do an update. Sudo apt install Nala. I use Nala. So sudo Nala update. and sudo nala upgrade. That way, if it finds any updates, it will upgrade them. You got to do the and so you can just do all that command together. Got a lot of checking errors and stuff. I do. Let's continue. Man, this might take a while. It's 1,345 packages, and it's on number 12. But some of the packages are going to be really small. I got icons for, what's this? Discord. It's definitely updating. I'm not going to stick around. I'm not going to record this. I'm actually going to end this video. Let me just exit out of here. You can close it out. But this is Makulu Linux. It doesn't look bad, does it? Several different things that they install. That's really important out of the box for AMDs. Got the AI. Wonder what the firmware. Okay, it's all firmware for stuff. I don't know what that does. This is a good program for partitioning hard drives, disks, donations, extensions. They got a lot of stuff. Hey, Hillary Clinton would like the bleach bit. She would like that. So what do they got for video playing? BLC? Yeah, I use BLC. For sure. For sure. I like to have document scanners. I have a document scanner. It's got the viewer, but I don't see the scanner anywhere. I would have to install a scanner. And for the USB writers, I use Woe USB, Belana Etcher, virtual cam. I can't show you the virtual cam. I'm on the cam. It's not going to load. So, alright. It looks good. I have to give it. I really kind of want to see. Okay. Let's see. Neo Fetch. Do they have Neo Fetch out of the box? They do. It finds that says Makulu Max Beta. Oh, this is beta. I didn't know it was a beta product. Kernel 6.3. Not bad. Resolution's right. It's showing my Ryzen 9. My graphics card, the right drivers in use. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay. All right. I really it was supposed to be briefer than that. I don't know what some of this stuff is. Package updater. Okay, that's a package updater. I'm already running the package. I already know it needs updates. Let's see. What's this one? Oh, Synaptic Manager, which I like. What's this? Oh, it's the software. You can download software that way. Okay. Chromium doesn't work. We already know. Okay, now listen. So when I did the update, Chromium web browser is now loading. I kept it on the bar here, and that. Okay, let me load. Let me do that again. Okay, so it took for me to do the update. I mean, I did the update, but I didn't install the upgrades to it yet. Let's see how fast this loads. They're both fast. Both about the same as far as loading. But I'm getting rid of Chromium. I would get rid of Chromium. I don't like any hint of Google. It's saying something because I got Brave. I like Brave. I think it's the best browser out there. And I use, I don't have any extensions on here, but I always use a DuckDuckGo extension, Essentials and stuff like that. It stops the tracking, you know, and I don't like to be tracked. I don't like Google knowing my stuff, but I don't use Google. I use my Google email, just for accounts that I had attached to it, and that's pretty much it. I don't use it as a personal email or anything. Talk to people with it. So anyway, that's it for this video. Love you guys. God bless. I'm gonna try to get some sleep tonight. Hopefully I can, and be ready for tomorrow. Ciao. Bye.